Way up, Furze Army. Now, continuing my sponsored project of making the weapons and gadgets from the prosthetic arm from the video game Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Now, I've already made a wonderful job of the loaded axe, the wrist-mounted axe that you just flick down at the flick of your wrist. You can see that video, the link's in the description and at the end of this video. But now I'm up for a bit more of a challenge. Yes, I'm going to do the fold-out shield, or the loaded umbrella, as it is known in the game. And this is essentially a massive shield which folds out from his arm. How are you going to do that then, Colin? I don't know, and I really don't know. So I've got some footage here from the game developers of the loaded umbrella, and so I can get a pretty clear picture of what it looks like and how it functions. Now, the first thing you'll notice is when it's unfolded, it's pretty big, size of a big beach parasol. Now, if you look at it from when it starts, it sits on his wrist, just sticks out a little bit. It's probably about that big, and that, to be fair, is the size that we're going to have to start with. And I think we're going to have to start with this one on the top of my arm, and I'll probably have to hold it because I think it's going to be loads of stainless steel plates. It might be fairly heavy once it's finished, so I'll need a decent grip of this. And then as you can see, it flings round and round it goes, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So there we are, Colin. Thinking caps on, people. Thinking caps on. This is Mark 1 idea, clickety-latchy thing, and if you put it on the bench and unfold it, actually looks pretty cool. But we do have issues. It wobbles and flops off, because if any of these don't latch on to their little hooks, then they just drop down and swing round. We could put some little grooves in and like a little kind of a rivet thing which would hold them together, but then we'd end up with a load of slots round it. And also you'd need space for the rivet head, top and bottom. And this is only, well, it's only half the shield and it's already about ½ inch thick. And also the other problem is, of course, as they go round, they get shorter. We'd end up with that, and we're not trying to make a fold out shell, are we? Well, you could have two either side and they could go around and meet in the middle. So I kind of did this, but then I was thinking, this is getting a bit big. Why start with all these little ones? Why don't you just do, you know, 8 or 10 of these massive ones? And I thought, no, Colin! We are going off topic here. This is not good enough. It's lovely, it's fraught with problems. Back to the thinking cap. Right, I've been thinking, and this is what I've come up with. We've got a little stud, which I stud weld on. I then chop it off, flush with the other plate, and there's like a little kidney-shaped slot on the top one, which goes around the stud, so when you try and open them up, look, it acts as like a little stopper. Look at that. Comes down, stops it at just the right place. Boom. Now, on the next plate up, rather than it being there, the stud is on here, and this little jig I made to hold the stud welder in place, you do one in that one and one in that one, and then opposite, 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 opposite. And I did a few more, and I've crudely whacked a little motor on it, and it opens up and it shuts. It's going to need a way more powerful motor on it than that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make loads more. I think I'm going to need about 24 to do a full revolution. Whack all them together, more powerful motor, give it a test, see where we're at.
All I want is for you to know that I don't mind if it takes
so heavy. I think if it was lighter and I could hold it properly, it'd be okay. I mean, also I've got to try and hold it in my left hand like in the game. How much do they actually weigh? They do weigh 10.5 kilos, which is quite a lot hanging off your arm. Right, there is a glimmer of hope here that this is actually going to be cool. Now, I can't hold it very well at the moment, and the fact it's very heavy is making it all a little bit clumsy. But I think if I had a motor which was in line with a shaft that I could grab hold of, that would certainly improve it, as it fans out beautifully. Doesn't come back in very well, so I need to improve that. But other than that, I think we're on to a winner!
Take a stride, step closer to your side. There's some things that I can't understand. You got me in the palm of your hand. Don't throw me away. Keep me just one more day. Said, why should I care now? The curtains closed. You took your bow.
It's progress. It's very slow at the moment. Okay, so the gears in that little motor didn't last very long. They're wrecked. But I had some tabs on the sheets, which I've bent down, drilled and put a cable through. So when you unfold it, which does look pretty cool, if you tension it and have it a certain length, then when the motor gets to the end and starts to pull it, it bends it into a shield shape. Oh, Furze, we are getting close with this. Look at that. That is fantastic. So, we need a powerful motor that is in line with the shaft. We need something to coil the cable back up, and I need to be able to hold it onto my hand properly. So I need to make a proper arm mount, and then this bit here needs stiffening up as well, because that's flexing a bit. Come on, Furze. Right, well that's a good sign. It doesn't drop down, look. Is this gonna work? Oh, yes it does! Back in again. Oh, the old washing line thing's got jammed. We've got a massive cable up here. Looks like we've got to sort that out. But that's a nice problem to have. Yes! Flick it back. Look at that. Oh, lighter version required, and somewhere on the battery obviously hooked somewhere. Yes, Colin, yes! This has been tricky, this has. But look at that. That is a shield. Yeah, right, really pleased with this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go away, I'm going to make another version and get rid of all the little problems that it's got, because it's too heavy, so I'm going to try and make it out of some thinner plates of stainless. This top plate, though, needs to be a bit thicker, because as it comes round, rather than it tensioning the cable up, it's been twisting this top sheet and not really doing what we want it to do. And also, needs a nice operating switch on it. Whew. This one's been tricky, and there have been other versions. We've got this thing, which I thought was going to work really well. It's basically got slots that go round to different degrees. And I started opening it out, and I was like, oh yeah, oh this is going to work a treat. And then you get to here, and then oh, they all flop down because there's nothing to lock them in place. Now, you can see the video of the loaded axe, that's linked in the description and at the end of the video. And then you can see the full shield video next week. You should subscribe. Right, Furze out. Yeah.